Do you want to learn how to safely buy and securely store your Bitcoins? CoinCompass.com is running a free 2-hour webinar on Sunday, 31st of May. To register and for more details, visit CoinCompass.com/webinar.
That's actually a really good point. We've had this issue before. People go to Bitcoin.com to buy Bitcoin. However, Bitcoin.com is selling their own version of Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin Cash. And if you go to our website, you'll read on our front page, did you know that Bitcoin.com is not actually Bitcoin? So this is one of the reasons we started this business, was to help people not just show them how to keep their Bitcoin safe, to make sure they're actually buying the Bitcoins they think they're buying.
Welcome to the Bitcoin Basics Podcast with your host Ferris, that's me, and Gordon from CoinCompass.com, enabling you to safely buy and securely store your Bitcoins. All resources are in the show notes and description, including our full disclaimer. Visit BitcoinBasicsPodcast.com to subscribe and discover other free content.
Well, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning, wherever you may be in the world. We are day 19 of the 30 Days of Bitcoin on Bitcoin Basics podcast. And Gordon, how are you doing today? Whereabouts are you?
I'm in the same place as I was 5 minutes ago, still at the beach in lockdown, but hopefully that's coming to an end, but who knows? I don't know about you, Ferris, but I've actually been the most productive I think I've been for a long, long time. So this is all good.
I will vouch for that. Gordon, my business partner here, has been very productive. We've been talking to each other several times a day. So he's gotten a lot of work done. Today's day is Monday, the 13th of April. And Gordon, what is the block height and the Bitcoin price, please?
So the block height is 625,690, according to blockstream.info. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm actually talking about the current block in the Bitcoin blockchain. And the current price on Bitstamp is $6,715 US.
All right, Gordon. And what's today's question?
Okay, let's hit the recording.
So I hear a lot about different types of Bitcoins, but I'm not really sure what they all mean. Is there a difference in one Bitcoin versus another?
Okay. Another great question. I don't know about you, Ferris, but I'm extremely impressed with these questions. So, before I give a 3-hour answer, how about you give us an overview?
So this is a question that I get a lot, and just so you know, it's actually not just a basics question. I get this question from wealth managers, people that manage money for clients, and this is a reason they don't get into Bitcoin, is because they feel, well, hang on, it can just be copied. So, and the best example that I've heard to understand this is with domain names. So .com is the main domain name, but it's not the only one. There's so many others, but .com is the one that's been around for the longest. And as a business, it's the one you want to get because it's one that you are used to. Same with Bitcoin. The technology behind Bitcoin is open source, meaning anyone can go ahead and copy it. But with the original Bitcoin that's been around for over 10 years now, that's the one that's been around the longest. It's the most secure, the most robust, the one that people are familiar with. And it's actually the one that's got the best developers working on it. So in essence, it is the .com of the internet. That's what Bitcoin is to cryptocurrencies. So that is a very summarized answer in there. And Gordon, I'm expecting you to go into some more depth.
So you saying that Bitcoin.com is the real Bitcoin?
That's actually a really good point. We've had this issue before. People go to Bitcoin.com to buy Bitcoin. However, Bitcoin.com is selling their own version of Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin Cash. And if you go to our website, you'll read on our front page, did you know that Bitcoin.com is not actually Bitcoin? So this is one of the reasons we started this business, was to help people not just show them how to keep their Bitcoin safe, to make sure they're actually buying the Bitcoins they think they're buying.
Yeah, I have a lot of sympathy for beginners coming to the space because they go to a Bitcoin exchange, they want to buy Bitcoin, and they see, on Coinbase or whatever, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond, Bitcoin SV, and it's like, what? Not to mention 5,000 other altcoins. Yeah, so I mean, we have actually covered this in several episodes, and to give you an annoying answer, I will link to both of those episodes in the show notes where we sort of delve into altcoins in a bit more detail. But a really brief overview would be there's really three kinds of altcoins. Congress called them shitcoins. So no, I'm not just swearing for the sake of it. That's actually a term that they used. But there are really three kinds of cryptocurrencies. There's Bitcoin, which is the original, as Faris said. There was no pre-mining. There's no company behind it. There's no corporation behind it or anything like that. Totally free and open source. And then there are altcoins, and there's probably 5,000 or 6,000 copies of it. And as Faris said, if something's easy to copy and make money, if you've got a printing press in your room, then why wouldn't you want to use it? So that's why there are a lot of these altcoins or alternative coins or shitcoins or whatever you want to call them. Some of them are forks. So a fork just means a copy. So for example, say there's a dispute between the Bitcoin developers. Some developers want to do this, some developers want to do that, which is what happened with Bitcoin Cash. They just split and they go off on their own way. So there are those kind of coins. And then the last kind of coins are tokens. And those tokens don't have their own, we call this giant spreadsheet, this digital ledger. They're kind of like tokens that sit on top of that. And I won't go into those details, but they're basically the three different kinds of cryptos. And unfortunately, there are a lot of scams out there, and most of these, not all, but most of these will go up and they'll go straight back down and they won't go up again. So highly speculative. I would strongly recommend investing in any of those. But I think the best example is just to look at the top 3 or 4. So we've got Bitcoin as number 1. So if you went to CoinMarketCap, which shows you the list of coins by market cap, and Bitcoin is number 1. Ethereum is number 2. So Ethereum is quite different to Bitcoin in that it's trying to solve different problems. And then you've got XRP, which is basically a banker's coin that is highly centralized and whatever. So just looking at the top 3, you've got quite a difference between the two. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I could go down several rabbit holes, Faris, but I'm going to stop myself. And the last thing that I'll just say is because Bitcoin was the first coin, every other coin after Bitcoin tries to fix something that Bitcoin is missing. So with cryptocurrencies, you have 3 things, and we've mentioned these in previous podcasts, and there's security, scalability, and decentralization. So most altcoins think that Bitcoin's slow, and that's why most altcoins exist. They say Bitcoin can only do X amount of transactions per second. It's about 7. Our new shiny buzz coin can do 1 million transactions a second. And that's what it is. Ripple, for example, can do, 10,000 transactions or maybe more. Just as a comparison, Visa, MasterCard can do 40,000 transactions a second. Bitcoin can only do 7 transactions a second. So why wouldn't I want to use this shiny new coin that can do 1 million transactions a second? Well, it's all about trade-offs. And sure, another coin might be faster, but what they've done is they've sacrificed security and they've sacrificed all other properties of Bitcoin as well that makes it secure and decentralized. So there is no coin that is perfect. There is no coin that is both fast and secure. You have to do a trade-off of one. And that's what all these altcoins do. Most of them are scams, but some of them are actually really trying to solve some of the problems like speed and scalability that Bitcoin is missing. So that's why they exist.
Yeah, thank you, Gordon. I'm actually glad you brought that up as well, because what we've seen is these coins came out to solve issues like privacy in Bitcoin and speed. And eventually Bitcoin will actually adopt those. And we won't talk about it now because we've done a podcast about this, is the Lightning Network. So yeah, if you want to find out more about how Bitcoin has adapted to be faster and can compete with Visa and MasterCard in this regard, check out our podcast on the Lightning Network. But thank you, Gordon. I'm very impressed with how much you held back on that, and that was an excellent answer.
Thanks. So I'm going to stop myself. So yeah, have a look in the show notes and description for the links to those episodes. If you need some material to help you sleep at night, we even go through the What Bitcoin white paper and how Bitcoin was created and what the sort of the rationale behind some of the design decisions. But at the end of the day, Faris, obviously this is called the Bitcoin Basics Podcast. We think that Bitcoin is the best for several reasons. And just be really, really careful investing in some of these altcoins, especially some of the newer ones and the ones that don't have a high volume because they're extremely volatile. So yes, it's easy to get rich quick, but it's actually easier to get a lot poorer quicker, if that's the comparison.
Thank you for that question. We want to remind everyone, please keep your questions coming. We've still got about 10 more days to go in this series. coincompass.com/ask, submit a question. And if we have not answered your question, please resubmit and hit us up on that.
Absolutely. And what else can people find at coincompass.com, Faris, if they're searching and hungry for more information about Bitcoin?
There's plenty of content. Go to coincompass.com/free for some free material. And we actually have an upcoming webinar, Gordon, which I think you will tag on at the end of this podcast.
Yeah, I will. The date for that, just a reminder, is Sunday, the 31st of May. But go to coincompass.com/webinar to register and find out what's going to be the topics and time zones and what we're going to cover. So thanks again, Faris. And until next time, everyone, keep your questions coming. See you on the next podcast.
Do you want to learn how to safely buy and securely store your Bitcoins? CoinCompass.com is running a free 2-hour webinar on Sunday, 31st of May. To register and for more details, visit coincompass.com/webinar.
Thanks for watching or listening. Please visit coincompass.com/free to register to our socials and discover other free content. Subscribing, liking, and following helps this content remain ad-free. Until next time.